capital DD right here so I can tell people I have double D's. 2 chains, 2 chan.
Stephanie turns into ice cream mukbang.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie and today we're back with another mukbang! Guys, our brains are all over the place. We are frazzled. Our brain cells have jumped out of this building because it is about to be welcome to the funeral of our buttholes. This is going to be the most painful thing that we experience. If you guys have never heard of this is by far one of the most spiciest noodles ever created. It's called 대박. 뭐지?
Ghost pepper?
It's
Ghost
called
pepper spicy chicken. I heard you don't even taste the chicken. You just taste dead.
Show them?
Look.
Yes, show them the noodles
noodle
bits.
is black.
Yeah,
Scale.
this is gonna be really bad because the 2 times spicy nuclear noodles that everybody does, which I've done before, and that one killed me. That one is made from the spiciness of habanero peppers. This is ghost pepper.
There's a ranking.
Yeah.
So all I see is habanero is 350,000. This
Yeah.
one is 1 million.
I'm a millionaire now. We've got 6 million ghost peppers.
6 million goes pepper.
Oh, Scoville heat units. Okay, so we have the water in it. It's gonna be a dry ramen, so we gotta take out all the ramen and then, or the water, and then we have to add these. These are the tebak sauces.
I love your gloves.
You know what? I'm just like, I feel like I'm at the morgue for my own death, examining my own butthole tonight after this challenge.
So we have 2 bathrooms.
Okay. We've got 3 people.
Gonna be a musical chair.
Hunger Games. Noodles that are so popular right now, the lids of these are so bad.
These are aluminum foil.
Oh, what the?
What does that mean?
That means it's probably radioactive or something.
Radioactive?
You sound like my mom. You know what? Without any sauce.
Can we just eat it like this?
Let's try it though. Like, let's see how
Or
it
should
tastes
we
like.
just like not add sauce and be like, challenge?
It's done.
Is that?
It's really good.
Just by itself?
It's so good by itself. Wow. Okay, here's the
Okay.
plan. Here's the plan, right? Stephanie's soup. Edit this out.
Dude,
Okay.
it's good.
It's good. Loki just want to put some ketchup on this bits and call it a day. Okay, Dad.
Okay, Dad.
Okay, Zaddy.
Gosh.
We are so useless.
It's always him that does everything for
I
us.
know. It looks like death. I love the fact that they put like a chicken drumstick on the packaging to be like, guys, don't be afraid. Like, buy me. Oh my gosh. Are you guys seeing this?
Oh my god.
You know what I was thinking? Because my fiance mentioned the fact that like what happens if you get this, like rub it on your skin, right? You know what would happen if you get a tiny bit of this, put it on your skin, put a band-aid over it, and let it sit for a week?
Honey, what's wrong with you?
Sorry. Is there sauce in this one? Is that your first sauce?
Yeah,
Boo.
there's nothing yet.
My gloves slippery.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Do we not have the same gloves? I'm sorry. What's going on, guys? What's going on, Boo? What's going on over there too? Okay, you know what? Try a new one.
First pack.
It's okay. Mom and her Hanzo.
I got it.
Bits. Okay, ready for this full frontal right here? This is what they call the money shot. You know what I mean? That is death. We have to make sure we clean up all the sauce before the dogs come out. We are not going to no emergency vet tonight. No, sir. Not today, sis. But seriously?
It would be like that.
It'd be like that.
It'd be like that.
Good luck, guys.
Okay, I think what we should do is pour this out onto the tray, dump everything on the tray, and
Then
start
why didn't we
mixing
just...
them. Oh yeah, we should have done that earlier.
Okay, ready?
Alright.
Oh.
Okay.
A little bit watery.
Yeah. Which I think water will be our friend today.
Wow. What is that? It's a freaking
Someone
fork,
cooked
yo.
a fork.
What the heck?
What?
Okay, now we have to mix it good. Otherwise,
Yeah.
one bite of just sauce, death.
Yeah.
I'm so scared. You go first.
I'm just gonna do a big bite.
Are you insane?
Yeah, I know if I do a small one, I'm gonna die either way. So, cheers.
Oh, at the same time?
Yeah, at the same time, guys.
Alright.
I just
Alright,
like to know what
cheers.
kind of,
Cheers.
shit I'm getting into. What kind of fuckery I'm about to commit tonight. Oh my god.
It smells hot.
It hurts my nostrils.
How is it? He's dying
I see
already.
tears. I see
One sec.
He's dying already.
Flavor really good.
I'm just gonna do it.
The burn comes 30 seconds after, trust me.
Let's just do it.
Trust me. First 30 seconds, very manageable.
I feel it already though.
But it's nothing. Right now, it's like literally burning.
Ooh, it tastes like sausage. Oh.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I feel it. But it's pretty good.
Flavor is so good.
Like, it makes you want to keep eating it.
Yeah. But as soon as you stop,
But it's spicy.
I've never had my mouth on its own produce so much saliva before.
right, we can't give up just now yet, okay?
Let's go.
Y'all better be careful.
Oh my god. It's good though.
It's yeah, flavor is really good. Holy. I thought we were talking about scary story today.
Just keep eating it.
You know what's gonna be scary? The bathroom after this, okay? Just that's a scary story. Oh,
Give me the milk.
Look at Dan Dan. He's still holding it together. Who do
oh
you
my
think?
god, it's burning!
Dan
Dude,
Dan,
I can't do this.
who's gonna quit first, me or you? Dan Dan, let's go.
Yo, it's spicy though.
What are you doing?
Dude, I can't.
I think Stephanie turns into ice cream mukbang.
Okay.
It's so good. Are you sweating?
I'm crying.
You're crying?
You're crying too.
I'm good.
Can I have a bite? Actually, no. I'm gonna stop when Dan Dan stops.
No, I'm gonna stop when you stop.
Boys are so stupid.
I'm just kidding. Mm-mm.
Gotta take my glasses off. Wow.
Oh my god.
I'm trying not to yell. I'm trying not to scream.
Dude.
I'm trying not to make moaning noises. But let me tell you something, Let me tell you something.
Oh.
It won't go away.
Damn, Dan Dan.
It's so good though.
Holy cow.
That's the only reason.
I can't.
You're gonna
You know-
die.
I'm done.
You know, I'm not paying you for any of this, right?
Are you crying or laughing?
Be right back. Oh my god.
I'm so sorry. Oh my god. You need to pat your face, boo. Uh-huh.
I'm dead.
Hey guys, thanks for being here.
Let me ask you guys a few questions. See if
Wait.
you can-
Dung! Sometimes I gotta do these cool things so I can edit it in. 1, 2, 3.
You good?
Okay guys, I've never been so ready for a meal in my life. I've got some kimchi down here. We all have some kimchi down here. And I'm scared that this is gonna burn. Do you think like we're gonna take a bite of this? Because this is a fire noodle, guys, and we're still gonna be like, oh, nothing. This is simple. How do you feel?
Much better.
Much
It's still spicy, bro.
I think if we can handle ghost pepper, we can handle anything.
I don't think we handled
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
You're right.
We got handled real bad. Okay. Oh my god. It's right here, it burns. How do you guys feel right now?
Me too. There's a burning
Dan, do you feel
sensation.
this right here?
Oh, the chest?
Yeah, lower chest.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't think it's healthy. I mean, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I have a scary story.
Okay.
In the spirit of Ghost Pepper,
Mmm.
See?
we're gonna have some scary stories to share. Are you guys ready
Wow.
to get scared?
This is so good. Oh my god.
So there's this girl.
Okay.
Let's call her Steph.
Oh.
Oh, I don't want it to be me.
It's not you, you're Stephanie. So she has been receiving a lot of strange calls.
Okay.
Every day, certain times, she will get a phone call. Somebody will keep mumble.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
And every time he says it, he will add a time. So at first, he will say, I'll kill you a month from now. And then it goes down to 3 weeks from now. And then it goes to 2 weeks. And then finally, she's so stressed and scared that she couldn't take it anymore, so she decided to move with her boyfriend. She's like, okay, I'm just gonna move out of town with my boyfriend to a new address, move in. Hopefully, I can, hopefully this person won't find me anymore.
Oh no. Mm-hmm.
So they moved. They went to a new place, got a new apartment, and they moved in. And she's still getting the phone call. It went from 1 week to 5 days to 2 days to 1 day. And finally, it's the day that she's waiting for. This is the day that the person is gonna kill her. So she's like literally that day, she locked her freaking door, stayed in the room, and the day before, the person actually gave her, he always called with a private number. But the day before, the number showed.
Okay.
So she was sitting in the apartment, so scared, waiting and waiting and waiting, and nothing happened. So she said, okay, I can't sit in fear forever. I'm gonna try to call that number back. So she called that number. It was me.
You always do that twist at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, then let me ask you guys a question. This is about like mind twisting, dark thing story. So there's a man who's really, really ill, right?
Yeah.
So he went to the hospital. He actually took a train to this new hospital. And there's this doctor really, really good at what he does.
Okay.
So the guy took a train, went to that hospital to see that doctor. After the surgery, he was cured. He was back to normal. And he was so excited and happy, right? He got back onto the train. And on his way home on the train passed through a tunnel. And as soon as the train passing that tunnel, the man jumped out of the train window and killed himself. Why is that? Dang. What do you think, Dan? Why would he do that?
I know.
Why?
Because he had a heart transplant, and suddenly he could feel and hear the other person.
Oh, that's really dark. No. The answer is a little more realistic.
Realistic.
Can you give us a hint at least?
Why would he do that?
He was cured. Why? Yeah. Why did he do that?
I'm sure there's a syndrome for it, because there's a syndrome where moms will actually poison their own kids so they can get sympathy for being sick. Maybe he has it, but not to his kid, but to himself. No? Okay,
No.
cool.
Is it
Sorry.
something to do with dark?
Yes.
Really?
You guys are getting close. He was very happy after the surgery. Everything was perfect. What? He
then
was
his
so
meds were
happy.
off.
And then as soon as the train gets into the tunnel, he just jumped.
Tunnel. There's something about a tunnel. It has to do with the tunnel. He has tunnel vision. Nope, that's stupid. He's scared of the dark. Oh my god, he has epilepsy.
What's that?
It's like when you have a seizure because of bright flashing lights inside of tunnels. You know, the lights flash by.
You guys are getting
It was
close.
completely dark?
He's scared of the dark.
Close?
It was fear of
blind.
death.
Huh?
He's blind.
He was blind.
Wait.
He was blind.
Yeah.
He was cured. Went into the tunnel. Everything went back to black.
Oh.
That was really dark.
That was really dark. That's why I
Honestly-
say it's a dark. Okay, I'm gonna follow up with a light one. This
Yeah,
one
thank
Stephanie's
you.
gonna be really good at. So a
Okay.
long time ago, there was a princess. The witch put a spell on her. She became Sleeping Beauty. Waiting.
She
for-
became sleeping booty.
She's waiting for the day that a handsome young prince gonna come kiss her. Hundreds of years went by, right?
Okay.
Finally, this young, handsome, brave prince came through. He killed the dragon, climbed the tower, and kiss her on the lips. And she woke up. As soon as she woke up, she saw the prince. She decided to kill the prince. Why is that?
He poisoned her.
No.
They were in the process of a divorce, and they didn't sign a prenup, so he was like, sorry, ho.
The key here is hundreds of years went by.
So he's old and creepy now.
He's young.
Because
But-
he didn't age. So
No.
there must have been a spell for a spell.
No.
It's an eye for an eye.
No, he's young. He's just 20-something year old.
How old is she?
She's hundreds of years went by.
Oh, because she can't stand to look at a young boy.
Close.
Because she's old now.
Yeah, close.
She saw him with another girl.
No, she didn't see that. She just woke up and that's it. Saw him, saw herself.
Oh, done. Probably like it's young age for a young age. You know, in witchcraft, it's an eye for an eye. So if you
No.
want a life, you have to take a life.
No. She killed him because he's so young and handsome, and she's old now.
So
she
he'll
can't
find someone
stand.
new.
Exactly. So she killed him.
Sounds like marriage. I mean, shit. I don't really. I'm like, is this scary? I'm just kidding. But speaking of tunnels, I have a really creepy story, and this has been one that I've heard about for quite some time now, and it's actually a Japanese urban legend. Now, I'm gonna warn you in advance. There is no climactic ending. There is no boo at the end. There's none of that. So this took place in 2004, and this is a real life story. I don't know if the entire incident is real life, but this thread is real, and this is something that happened. So imagine it to be like a Reddit thread or a comment section thread of people responding to each other's comments. You know, that actually happened, and there's proof of that. But to say that what everyone was saying in those comment section was truth, I'm not sure, right? That's why it's an urban legend. And so this all started on a 2chan thread. I guess it's like 4chan, right? So it's a 2chan thread, and essentially what happened 2chan. Okay, I'm sorry. 2chan. Okay. So it started on a 2chan thread, and the thread was pretty much questioned, what are some strange occurrences that are happening near you right now or have happened recently, right?
Yeah.
And someone decided to post, and they said, hey, listen guys, I really don't know if it's all in my head or if I'm imagining things. I just don't know. Can I still post it, or is it like, because a lot of the times when you go on places like 4chan or Reddit, they want verified answers, right? So you can't just post bullshit. And so they're like, does it matter? And everyone was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Maybe like we can help you figure it out. And so they go, well, I just got on a train in Japan, and this is the same train that I take to go to work every day. And I feel like I've been here a long time, and usually I should be at my stop, but we haven't stopped yet.
Like literally while he was on the train?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And so everyone's like, oh, that's weird. Like, did you doze off? Maybe they just skipped your stop. Like,
Yeah.
you know, what happened? And so he's like, you know, I'm not sure. Usually it takes 5 minutes, maybe 6-7 minutes max.
Really
but I've
close.
been on the train for about 20-something minutes.
What if he missed it?
And my stop hasn't come. But the weird thing is, we haven't stopped at all. And usually the
What?
train stops every 5 to 8 minutes.
Oh my god.
And so people are like, okay, well, there's a very reasonable explanation for this. It's nothing paranormal. It's probably because something happened to the conductor. This is very bad. This is very scary. But a lot of the times, trains, they can pretty much drive itself. But to facilitate stops, the conductor has to be able to brake and to say, hey, we're stopping here, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
And so maybe during his ride, he passed out. Maybe he's sleeping. Maybe he had a seizure. For whatever reason, why don't you walk to the conductor's side of the train and try to see what's going on? And maybe you just missed the station. Then you can tell them, hey, I'm so sorry, you know?
Was there anybody else on there?
There's only 5 people else on the train, and they're all asleep.
Oh my god, that's the creepiest part, I think.
And so he goes, you know what? You're right. I mean, we haven't stopped at any other stop, so I'm just gonna go to the conductor. He goes over to the conductor, and this is pretty much a conversation going on in this thread, and he says, hey, I went over to the conductor's side, the blinds are closed, I can't get in, it's locked, I tried knocking, and nobody's answering. So I don't know what's going on with the conductor. What do you guys suggest that I do, right? And they said, hey, why don't you just look out the window and see what station you're on? And because maybe for whatever reason, we can try to track down that station. We can try to call that station and ask them what's going on for you, or you could try calling, right? And he's like, oh, that's a smart idea. So he looks out the window and he goes, I don't know why I didn't notice this yet, but I just noticed that we're in a tunnel and we've been in a tunnel, but I never passed a tunnel on my way to work.
That's so
That's
weird.
scary.
And so then they're like, a tunnel? Okay, well, can you still find a name, you know? Because sometimes the tunnels will have the station names if you're just passing through the stations. And he goes, okay, wait, hold on. The tunnel's disappearing. We're coming outside now. The train is slowing down a little bit. I don't really see any station names. And so he goes, oh, guys, I found the station name. I've never heard of this station. So probably I missed my workstation and I went so far behind it. But it's called Kisaragi Station, right? And then he goes, oh, wait, the train just stopped. This is the first time the train has stopped. Should I get out? The doors are opening. And so a lot of people on the thread are like, don't get out. Wait until you're at the very end of the train, because this was actually the last train. This was 11:40 when he got on at night, okay? So I guess he's working the night shift or whatever, and it's 11:40, and this is the last train. So if he gets off, I mean, he's stuck at that station. Whereas end stations, they always have people there. Like, they have workers there 25/8. And so worst case scenario, you can ask the worker, you can sleep there, you can get a taxi, you know, there's people. There was nobody at this station. And so he goes, but should I get off? Should I keep going till the end? What do I do? What do I do? And so everyone's like, well, definitely go check it out. Maybe this is one of those popular stations where they do have actual people working there, you know? Because you know how even in Korea, some stations, like the busier ones, they have people there. Some stations, they're all automated and they're like very small stations. And so he goes, okay, well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to pop out for a second. So he pops out. He's the only one that gets off the train. And he starts looking around. Now, this station had flickering lights. This station did not have anybody there. And he's like, man, it's kind of cold in here. Like, what should I do, guys? What do you guys think I should do? And so then he gets off and he's exploring around, and everyone's telling him, like, either, hey, go outside, get a taxi, go home. I mean, it's gonna be an expensive taxi, but what else can you do? The trains are all stopped, the buses are all stopped, you know? It just sucks to suck, bro. Some people are telling him, dude, get back on the train. Like, this is creepy. And so then people are like, wait, tell us again what time you got on the train? And he goes, I got on at 11:40 and I just ended up here. I think it's been like 20 minutes. And they go, that was an hour ago. So he goes, what? That doesn't make sense. How could a train not stop for an hour? And so then he gets off and he's like, okay, you know what, guys? I think I'm going to get back on the train before it leaves, before the doors close. And right as he said that, the doors closed and the train left.
Shit.
And now he's stuck in this station completely alone. And so everyone's like, okay, here's what you do. You go outside, get a taxi, go home. It's okay, right? Go outside, find a phone booth or get your phone, call somebody, go home. It's gonna be okay, right? And so then he's like, you know what? You're right. He goes outside, doesn't find a taxi. There's not a lot of homes nearby. It's a lot of mountains. It's cold outside. It's dark outside. He can't really seem to find anybody out there. And so he gets a little bit creeped out. He comes back into the station because at least it's shelter. At least it's a little bit warmer. And he starts responding back to questions saying, I don't know what to do. I couldn't find a taxi. I don't know what's going on, guys. Like, have you guys heard of this station? Do you know if it's close to, you know, this station that he was trying to get to? And a lot of the people start responding, you know, I've been to Japan, or I live in Japan, or I'm actually Googling it right now, and there's no results for Kisaragi Station. And so he goes, well, I mean, that's the station I'm at. Maybe it's a small station, you know? And they go, I can't seem to find anything about this.
That also doesn't make sense because he should have just Googled it himself on the phone and stuff.
Before he left the train.
No, before he even telling these people, hey, do you guys know this where I'm at?
Yeah.
He would have been searching right now.
Or maybe he searched and there was nothing. So maybe he was like, oh, do y'all know, you know?
Okay.
Right? Because sometimes Google be wild. And so then all of the responses were like, guys, we can't find Kisaragi Station. None of us know. None of us have heard of it. So you need to either call the cops, call 911. It sucks. You're going to be embarrassed, but it's okay. At least you can get like a police escort. Or why don't you directly call a taxi service and have a taxi come to you to pick you up? Like call a Lyft, call an Uber, or call your family members or your friends to pick you up. And so he goes, okay, you know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do. Calls mom and dad and they say, okay, we're gonna come get you, tell us where you are. And he says, I'm at Kisaragi Station. And the parents go, we've never heard of Kisaragi Station. We're gonna try to look it up. We'll call you back once we figure it out and we're gonna get in the car, okay? Just you wait, we'll be right there, don't worry. And so they hang up. So then that person is just sitting in that station, just sitting there, responding to threads, responding to comments, and just kind of like, what do I do? I mean, it's dark outside, it's cold, I don't see anyone, literally nobody. And so I think they also wanted to feel that comfort of like, okay, like at least I'm talking to someone, you know? And so they're responding to comments, and suddenly someone posts, So I couldn't really find anything about Kisaragi Station, but when you Google the word Kisaragi, the letters that are used actually spell out the devil. But it's pronounced Kisaragi, so it's not the same pronunciation as devil. But it's pretty much like the same, like, I guess, like, you know how Asian characters, you have like the older, you know?
Oh, I see. Okay.
And so technically it would have been translated to the devil station.
Okay.
And so then they go, okay, that's creepy, but you know what? Like, that could just be a coincidence, you know? Like, it's fine. It'll be okay. And so then he goes, so what do I do, guys? What do I do? My parents keep telling me that they can't find it. They don't know how to locate me. I don't know what to do. And they go, okay, here's an easy thing. Train stations. They always have the name of that station and then the name of the other station that way and that way.
Yeah.
So you know the one right before you and the one right after you. And he goes, well, I can't find it. And so then they're like, what do you mean you can't find it? Just go to the end of the track and it's right there on the wall probably, right? And he goes, there's no record of it. And so he's like, what? So then eventually what ends up happening is they say there's a couple of things that you can do in this situation. You can wait it out in the side of the train station, but because of the way that like this train station is, it's the last train, they're going to turn the lights off. You're going to be there in the dark alone by yourself, right?
God.
Or you could be alone outside, but the problem with being outside is that now you have the dangers of like creepy people. You know, you have the dangers of people, you know, being creepy. At least if you're in the station, nobody might not even know that someone's in the station, right? And so then they're like, you can either stay in the station, wait it out till daylight because it doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to find you. Like your parents can't find you, you know, or your other options are call the cops, have them find you. I'm sure the cops know Kisaragi Station.
There's so many things he can do.
And he ended up calling the cops because he was like, well, I'm not staying here all night.
Or why didn't he just go outside and find a street name?
He couldn't. You couldn't find anything out there. It
Now,
was
see,
like
that
mountains.
doesn't. It was mountain.
Yeah, it's like a station in the middle of nowhere.
So creepy.
Okay.
Uh-huh. He's so skeptical.
I'm so-
You know, I wanted to get a tattoo recently.
What, double D?
Yeah. I want to get the smallest, just capital DD right here so I can tell people I have double D's
But hey,
tattooed
but
on.
who are you gonna show it to?
You.
It's too late now. Yeah, it's me. But who else? Your
Yeah.
kids in the future. Hey, son, you wanna see my double D? Here. Like, who are you gonna show it to, huh?
Well, I just thought it'd be fun, you know?
Yeah.
Or at least if, you know, if a girl walks up to me, like, if girls ask that, they're like, you know, what size bra are you? Who asked that? Nobody. I don't. When was the last time I was asked that? Never. Anyways, proceeding. Okay, in a perfect world, he couldn't go outside. He called the cops. The cops said, listen, stop joking around, devil station my ass, right? And said, stop prank calling us. And they hung up on him. And so everyone told him, hey, here's what you gotta do. Jump down to the tracks. And on the tracks,
down?
jump down to the tracks, yeah.
Walk.
And on the tracks, there's always like a side area where like there's always maintenance people.
Yeah.
They use that area. I mean, it's still very, very dangerous, but most likely it stays out of the way in case a train does come.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a little sidewalk. So why don't you just follow that sidewalk either way till you get to the next station?
Scary.
And so for some reason, this person had really good Wi-Fi connection down there in the tunnel, which doesn't make sense, but maybe does make sense because in Korea on the train station, everybody has Wi-Fi. So maybe that's something, right? And so they're walking, and the person keeps saying, you know, this tunnel's so weird. Everything is pitch black. I hear like a light drumming noise, and everyone's commenting, I really hope that's not a train that's approaching you, you know, please be careful. And then they're just like, you know what? Just get to that station. Everything's going to be okay. Get to that station. And so they're walking. Says that they heard someone saying,
Hey, stop running on the tracks.
but when they looked back, nobody was there.
Uh-huh.
And so they got scared, and so they started sprinting.
Yeah.
And then they tripped, and then they fell, and they started bleeding, and they broke a heel.
Uh-huh.
And so then they're like just sitting there on the tracks, just in silence,
Okay.
in complete darkness. What do I do? What do I do? So everyone on the thread said, just keep going, push through, just keep going. It's right there. These stations aren't that far apart.
Yeah.
So they kept going, and the minute that they went to the next station, they see a man waiting on the tracks. Like right above, waiting for a train.
Yeah.
Says, hello, help me.
Yeah.
And he helps them up and says, oh my God, are you okay? Are you injured?
Yeah.
He's so gentle. And they're like, I'm injured, please help me. And so then the gentleman is like, oh my God, you look roughed up. And then the person's like, I don't know where I am, please help me. And he goes, okay, I actually have my car. I'll just take you to the nearest hotel. Like, maybe
Wait,
a hospital.
Why is he at the train station? He's a worker?
So
Just
it's
a
like
random-
maybe a hospital, right? Maybe a hotel. There's a business, the closest place where you can get shelter and maybe some. Because I mean, they weren't injured to the point of going to emergency
Yeah,
room. You know,
yeah.
it was just band-aids, maybe some alcohol wipes. So they were like, maybe I can just drive you to. There's a local business hotel. It's not the best, but it's clean. I'll
Yeah.
take you there. They can hopefully scratch you up, and it'll be okay. And so they're like, oh my god, finally, thank God, right? Follows them into the car, sits in the car, lets everybody know, hey guys, don't worry about it. I know I scared you guys because during this time they didn't respond back to comments and everyone's like, oh my god, did they get run over by a train that was doing random rounds? Like, are you okay? You know,
Yeah.
because sometimes at night trains will do rounds, you know? And then they texted and they were like, you know what, there was this really nice guy that I was at the train station and he was gonna drive me to a local hotel. And like the train station that I got to was this station.
But why is that man at the train station if he has a car?
And also, why was he waiting for a train when there were no trains?
That's so crazy.
shit. Oh.
Why are they stop?
Is he a worker there? He's not a worker. He's waiting for a train.
Like a random man, right?
Yeah, and he has a car. What the hell is he doing there?
And so they responded all of that. Why would he be there? There's no train. Everybody knows that the last train is at this time. It doesn't make any sense. What is he doing? And why was he waiting at the tracks? That's really weird. He was just waiting there, and you said he was a gentleman. And wait, that doesn't make sense. Kisaragi Station we can't even find it. How is
Yeah.
it connected to this station? Because this station is actually connected to other stations. What's going on? Please call the cops while you're in the car. Call the cops. And then the person responded, my battery is about to die, guys. I'm gonna make a run for it because now he won't even talk to me. He just keeps mumbling things in the car.
Yeah, this is one of those
Urban legends.
urban legend stories.
The urban legend is at night, sometimes you'll get on a train and you'll never really leave at the stop you wanted to go to.
For like us, it would be much creepier for the same story if you say it was an Uber driver or something.
Yeah.
It's much more relatable. People will be
Yeah.
much more creeped out. Imagine next time you go into an Uber.
Wait, so what? He ran?
We don't know. They
Oh
never
my
responded.
God.
I really have to go use the restroom.
Dude, me too.
Yeah, I've been really holding it in. I've been really pushing through this story. It was
Okay.
anticlimactic.
We're gonna make a run for it. Musical chair this, okay?
I called my
Wait,
bathroom.
I call second.
I call. Okay, whoever makes it there.
Hey, wait,
Hey,
wait, wait,
hey,
wait.
the video first. Hey.